Hi guys, I know it's been a while, but I've been really busy and it's been really hot. But I had a viewer contact me through email about a RV they just, I wouldn't say purchased, but they just acquired. They were looking to get rid of it and they had it consigned at a local consigner. That consigner said, you probably need a new roof. And they've contacted me to inspect the roof and see if maybe they do need a new roof and what the condition of the RV is. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. Hopefully I can say, no, it's fine. It surprises me because I think it's a 2016 Thor Tuscany. And that shouldn't need a new roof unless it's been physically damaged. So hopefully we find nothing but good news. CASSONE'S RV was nice enough to let me do the inspection over here because on the other side of town, it's a long drive. And I didn't know if I was going to have water or anything else I need to do over there. So I appreciate them driving it over here. And I appreciate CASSONE'S RV letting me do the inspection here. That'll work out pretty well. Let's take a look. So I'm just going to go ahead and have him back up over against the fence here and we'll start the inspection. But I see it's a beautiful looking coach, so I don't know how this could need a new roof. All right, so it's a 2016 Thor Tuscany, and we're going to take a look at the roof. It's got a TPO membrane roof. I don't expect to find that it needs a new roof. That's the good news. All right, so here we go. TPO roof. It's exactly what I would have expected to see. So TPO is the only one that you can paint. And so they do paint it. And this rippling on the side right here, that's really common on TPO roofs. It's not too much you can do about it. It's just that the whole box twists a little bit and it does deform it. So maybe that's what they saw and they were recommending a new roof because of it, because it'd give them a little bit better negotiation with you. But it's not damaged, it's still waterproof. So I would not recommend a new roof because of that. It's just going to be cosmetic. I mean, we could probably reseal right there. But again, that's clear silicone. Nothing you really have to worry about. Your die-core, it's just self-leveling acrylic die-core. Looks good on your ladder. All this cracking on the rear sealant right here isn't really anything, again, I'm worried about. Because what it is when they painted the rear cap, the sealant was already on there.
Got it.
And so the paint is what cracked, not the sealant.
Right, because the sealant
right,
flexes,
because it flexes.
Got it. Well, that's great news.
Yeah, I like to, I'm sure you've seen, walk here and make sure that if the screws are loose, they'll start poking out when you push on it. And I'm not seeing that. It's not a good idea to step on these caps.
Fiberglass.
And just go straight onto the roof, yeah. Right. It is a fiberglass rear cap. Your ACs, I'm just going to lean against them to make sure they're not loose to the roof. You're pre-wired for solar right there. There's a little bit of cracking on the sealant, but nothing I would worry about. There's going to be your TV antenna right here. It's just an omnidirectional antenna. It is a little loose, but all it does, there's a snap ring that it pops down into. They don't make this one anymore. I like this one because it's easy to retrofit on any RV, and they don't make it anymore.
Oh, perfect.
Right.
eBay.
Your skylight, this one I would probably recommend you would just clean up using some mineral spirits and then just reseal.
But not on the TPO. Don't let it pool on the TPO. I've heard you say it a couple of times.
But, oh yeah, you don't want to let any solvent stay on the membrane too long. But the mineral spirits cleans all this dirt off and it goes straight and turns it into brand new looking sealant again, and then it'll stick really well to the next stuff.
Perfect.
So we would check and make sure that the flange itself isn't loose, and I don't see it loose. It's just going to be some of that natural cracking that die-core does. Sure. Even this one, yeah, there's a little bit of cracking right there. You could clean it up and reseal it, but I doubt that it's really necessary to do.
Got it. I'll probably do it just because it's Washington State.
Right.
Because once we hit September, at the end of September, it starts raining. It doesn't stop till April.
That's a good idea. Look over the side again. I thought it was cracking, but it's not cracking. That one's cracking. Yeah.
The fraying on the end. I read someplace that a little awning tape.
Yeah,
it'll fold over.
Yeah, but it won't last very long.
Got it.
Hey, sorry, unfortunately my camera just overheated, so we're back now. So we can see on this side the fabric is fraying on the slide out topper. We'd recommend replacing that. We're going to see that a lot, I think. So this roof is built more like a travel trailer or a fifth wheel, so it'll have a metal radius underneath the TPO. So there will be a channel right there, but it's nothing I would really be worried about. It's working just fine. This vent lid, it's not breaking, it's in good shape. This sealant is cracking a little bit, but I'm not worried about that too much either. I'd want to get a vent cover on it, or a different vent, just because there's nicer vents out there. On this side, so it's hard to see. You can kind of feel a little lip, and you can see how the water gets stuck in a valley right there. That's going to be pretty normal because of that radius cap that this membrane's on top of. There's really not too much you do about pooling water. I would not waste too much time on it. Worrying about it. It's just a roof. We want to just make sure it's keeping the water out. That's its whole purpose. We take a look at this side. This slide out topper really doesn't look bad until we get to the front where we can see that it's torn. So I'd recommend a new one. At the very least, we need to tape that up for now. If we look at this, it's probably not the best place to put that cable entry for the satellite dish. I mean, the sealant's pulling up the roof, so we know it's sealed really well, but it's not great that it's a low point in that in the valley right there. That's going to be the Winegard Traveler. These are Mach 8 heat pumps from Coleman or RVP. We still want to check and make sure they're not loose, inspect and make sure nothing is clogged on the outside. If we come to this side, on the front cap, again, this is a fiberglass front cap. We can see the paint is sunburnt, like it's pretty standard in the RV industry. But the roof itself, even though it looks cracked, that's just the paint that's cracking, not the sealant. It wouldn't hurt to reseal if you want to, but I don't see any real cause for it, because that's just the paint that they painted on top of the roof that cracked. It's silly to paint the sealant. Very silly. Now, there's only going to be one more thing for us to look at. Hopefully you can hear me through the wind. Slide out topper over here. I don't see anything really bad with it, but if you guys will notice, I was concerned about these little spots in the roof, but I pulled back the silicone because this is just clear silicone somebody put on there. I think they just used it to direct the condensate away from the front door, so the condensate wouldn't run over there into the entry door. So they just tried to put a dam right there to force it to go on the slide out. So there it is, guys. 2016 Thor Tuscany. Does have a TPO roof on it, but I think we're looking pretty good. So of course the owner was told he might need to get a new roof, but I don't think they do. I think they just saw that rippling on the side and said, hey, we might be able to sell a roof. Structurally it's fine, and weatherproofing it's fine. It's not the first TPO roof I've ever seen do that, and it won't be the last one I've seen it. It's common on Fleetwoods or what is that, Rev Group RVs, so we're gonna be okay. Just like any other roof though, you do want to check it at least once a year, and don't store anything up there. Take care of it. It's your roof. Keeps everything out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Well, here it is, guys. 2020 sequence from Thor. And if you guys don't get this, I'm gonna have to. So it's built on a Dodge Roadmaster 3500 chassis. It is a gas engine, 6,000 miles on it, and this is van life at its finest. Let's go in. So first things first, you have a screen door to keep all the bugs out. You also have an awning. Nice power awning right there. It's vital for van life. It does have just rolled vinyl flooring in it. This is your table. It just flips up right here, just like that, and you have a table for your seat. This sofa is actually a day bed, so it will turn into a bed. We'll sleep two easily. Nice cloth interior, easy to maintain. The captain's chairs, they do rotate around, give you more sitting area inside. The seats will just swivel around, and now you have additional seating, just like that. It does have a backup camera with Bluetooth connectivity and all the USB ports you're going to need for your road trips to Awesomeville. It does have solar on the roof, it does have an inverter, and it does have a TV right above that you can pull out. for any position that you want it to be at. The solid surface countertop material. You do have privacy shades, roller shades that pull down. They aren't powered. More importantly, the chassis has not been modified, so it's still a true van conversion. All this beautiful cabinetry right above for all the storage needs. A vent, an AC. Now this is a compressor-driven refrigerator, so it will cool pretty quickly, but the freezer right above. This cool little pop-up power feature right there. Into the galley, your drawer is just going to pull out. Microwave oven. Microwave is going to be your stove top, 2-burner propane stove, so this does have propane on it, and it has a electric igniter on it. Even have another power strip right there. Van, so you have small spaces, but you do have actual true pocket doors to the bathroom area or the head of the RV. That'll get you access to what would be known as your wet bath. A wet bath just means that the toilet and the shower are in the same confinement, so everything in here is supposed to get wet. You have to flip down a vanity sink. When you flip it back up, it's just going to drain out the basin. Your shower, it does have a curtain that comes all the way around. Again, because this is a wet bath, control water as much as you can on here. But this is going to be the best part right there. This is your Instagram view. So straight from the shower, you can open up the back door. That means you could go straight from the ocean, from the trail, from the lake, straight into a shower, and vice versa. Rack over here for more gear to hold, and a telescoping ladder in order to get on the roof for any more gear that you put on the roof. There it is, a 2020 Sequence Class B conversion van. This thing is nice.